Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and welcome to This Week in WoW for the week of July 15th. Before we get started, let's shout out the Patreon supporters. We have Mario Casillas, Ret Rocks, Nick Rada, and Peter Burnham. Thank you guys so much for your ongoing support. And now, let's talk about what we have going on this week, and actually some good news as well this week. Let's go through all the weekly things first. This week we do have the Winds of Mysterious Fortune returning. This is the XP and reputation buff. They just bring this thing back, randomly, it seems like, at any given time. So leveling will be fast. There's also Turbulent Time Waves continuing, so leveling would be super fast. You can also get extra rep as well if you need to finish up like your Undermine rep or something like that. Dastardly Duos continues. I've pretty much punted on Dastardly Duos completely, but if you're still doing it, obviously it's still ongoing. It's still continuing. If you are having fun with it, that's great. I personally didn't, but that doesn't mean everyone didn't. We have Battleground bonus event going on if you're into PvP. I have seen some PvP players coming back randomly, maybe a bit of slow time in other games or something like that. But so if you want to do Battleground bonus event, that's going on. We obviously have PvP Brawl Gravity Laps as well. I already mentioned the Turbulent Time Waves is continuing. This is until the beginning of next month. We also still have Collector's Bounty and Greedy Emissary going on, so you can continue to do that until the end of the month. That's the Greedy Emissary where the Goblins come out, and the Collector's Bounty is where you can try to go farm mounts. I've gotten 2 mounts so far, actually. I got the old Midnight. I already had the new Midnight Reigns. I got the old Midnight Reigns, and I got the blue Proto Drake. That one was a lot of, like, hundreds of attempts. Not this week, but just total in my life. So that was a cool one to get. And I got both of those while playing with my son as well. So he's apparently a good luck charm. So I did get 2 of them so far. So that's been pretty fun and pretty cool. So that's all the stuff to do randomly this week, just random events and stuff. We did have some news. I won't cover it fully, but I did do individual videos on these things. We have some Ret Paladin news and we have some game news. So let's go with the game news. They basically are updating the bank UI, changing how it works, getting rid of void storage. I go talk about it a little bit more in, like I said, a video just about that. But that's going to be changing coming in the next patch. The only people it could affect is if you bought every single reagent tab maybe, but I think it's going to be net good for everybody, and I hope so. I hope it's net good for everybody who has all the reagent tabs as well, but it should be. I hope it's good. It's going to be good for me, I can tell you that much right now. The bank changes, and then also your Valor Stones are going to carry over. That was the other little news with that. So your Valor Stones will carry over to the next season. So if you have 2,000 like me, you'll have 2,000 at the beginning of the season. And yeah, and then they had some Ret Paladin news. The bugs are finally fixed on the PTR. So this week in WoW, I will be actually playing on the PTR and testing out Templar because it'll actually be working properly. It's very likely that it still needs buffed a lot, but as far as just performance-wise, but at least it won't be bugged anymore in theory, as long as they do get it right. Herald of the Sun is still bugged as far as I know. No mention of that, but yeah, that's where we are with Ret. But at least I have a reason to log on the PTR and do something because it won't feel like a waste of time because it's not bugged, and I can say, hey, we need 5% more damage, we need 10% more damage, whatever it is, and give like an actual reasonable amount, and actually get something done when it comes to that. Okay, so that's most of the stuff covered of what's going on this week in WoW. Some like personal channel news. I'm going to be putting out a poll sometime this week for the Ret Paladin specific people, and anybody could technically join the first thing we're going to talk about here. But I'm thinking about, after having a bunch of people comment on it, of doing a Ret Paladin guild where it's all Ret Paladins. Obviously, it's going to be like a channel community here of people. Now, for the guild, you could even join on, like, let's say your Ret Paladin is not even your main, or you have an alt Paladin as well. You could join on an alt as well, but I'd want it to be all Ret Paladins just for a theme, right? Obviously, you can play Holy or Prod or something like that. I could joke around or something and be like, hey, I saw you playing Prod. You can't do that. But it would just be a for fun thing, of course. Obviously, if people in the guild wanted to put together like a Mythic Plus runs or PvP or whatever, that would be fine. But it would mostly be for fun, socializing. Could make a Discord for it. and stuff like that for the guild itself. And you could invite any Ret Paladin. I would have to have some fairly strict rules as far as, what content is okay and stuff like that. And it could just be cool if people wanted to do it. It could just be cool stuff to make videos on in the channel as well. I'll do a poll on the YouTube page, and if I get like 15 or so, even 10 to 15 people who want to do it, because I think once the guild's made and there's people in it, more people will probably join it. But 15 to 20 people maybe, or even 10 at the lowest, and then maybe full send a Ret Paladin guild or something like that. That could be fun. And then furthermore, I'll do another poll though before I do any of this, and that poll will be like, would you want to do a neighborhood with it? Now for this, I think you can only get one house per account. Is that how it works? I'm not sure if it's one house per character or per account. If it's per character, it won't matter. I'll have to look more into the housing thing before I, send that poll out. But a Ret neighborhood as well with the housing update. I think a lot of that stuff could be cool. It could be a nice social reason to play the game too. Hang out with a bunch of Ret Paladin buds. It could be cool. We'll see if there's interest in it. If there's not interest in it, it's not a big deal. But if there is interest in it, it could be really, really cool. So, you have some meetings here at the Ret Paladin Hall. There's a bunch of like interesting things we could do with that if people wanted to do it. And like I said, there'd have to be enough interest to make it like fun. Because like, yes, if like 5 of you wanted to do it and we all hung out, that could be fun. Like hang out in Discord or something occasionally. That could be fun. But it'll be more fun if it's like a lot of people, right? That's like what an MMO is all about. So I do want to have a certain level of interest before I pull the trigger on it. But I am just, it's extremely intriguing to me is where I'll say I'm at right now. So how many people want to do it will either increase my intrigue or dip it down. So, but it's not a big deal if not. I'm not too worried about it. It's not something that I'm like have my heart set on, but it's just something that could be cool. And it could be a cool thing too, like to not worry about cutting edge rating anymore and just being like, okay, this is my guild of Ret Paladins and we do Ret Paladin stuff and we try to do 10-man heroic with only paladins. A couple people go pro, a couple people go holy or something like that. We could do silly stuff too if it all worked out. So it's just like an interesting thing that maybe we could do, and maybe like with the launch of Midnight or somewhere around there, we could get this going or something. So I wanted to mention that for all the people because I had so many kind comments about it on when I posted about my guild. A lot of people said make a Ret guild. I'm like, okay, that's actually kind of interesting. Maybe I'll actually do that because so many people said it. It's like, wow, I guess there is some interest of it. So yeah. That's it for this one, though. Like lots of stuff to talk about for once. Not a slow week. But yeah, as always, I do ask you to please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot. If you're already a subscriber, I encourage you to check out the Patreon. And other than that, everybody, have a good one.